Right, so I'm just going to talk you very quickly through some preparatory IL, which I'd like you to do before the next lesson, which is next Tuesday, the 19th of November. So obviously we've just finished our first unit, and we're going to move on to the second one. So the first thing that I need you to do is to head into Moodle and go into MFL, and then go into the resources, include online books, and then when you get there, you just drop down, find the correct tab, which is here, Year 8, French Studio 2, Rouge et Vert. And we need to find the Rouge book, which is the red one, which is the one that we use, and open up Unit 2, Paris, je t'adore. So Paris, I love you. Open that up and press enter. Once that opens up, we need to just drop the page down a little bit like so. Now, of course, what you could do is you could read through this information here. There's some interesting information about Paris, and the whole unit is about a visit to Paris. So it could be worthwhile having a quick read through those sorts of things. It might be of interest. But what I really need you to do in terms of preparation for next week is to click into this contents button down here. Once you do that, this box opens up a contents list. You open up, you expand Module 2 Paris, je t'adore. Once you do that, you drop down. Two things you can do. Firstly, you can have a look at Une Semaine à Paris. These are the things that we're going to be covering over the course of the next 2 or 3 lessons. So have a look through that. Get familiar with it, because the more you're familiar with it before the lesson, the easier it will be during the lesson. And the second thing that I want you to do, which is more pertinent, which is more important and more pressing, is to just drop down in this contents list, open up the vocabulaire section, which is vocabulary, and I need you to look at this box here. I want you to do 2 things with that. After you've opened it up, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to try and learn as much of this vocabulary as possible for Tuesday. So I may do a short test of about 8 of these expressions, and all I'd expect you to do is along the lines of, I will read out an expression in French, and I need you to jot down something in English which recognises that you've understood what it was that we were supposed to be doing. Second thing you can do, which would be useful for you, is to just press on this little button here of a speaker. As soon as we press this button, we'll see this little box load up, and when I press play, you'll hear this.
À Paris.
In Paris.
J'ai gagné un concours.
I won a competition.
Which is a good way of 2 things. One, learning the words in the first place. It could help you to learn the words, and secondly, more importantly, it's going to be there for your pronunciation. So it might be an idea to listen to those words and try and copy the person that's speaking them. Don't worry about you feeling a little bit silly doing that. It's the best way to learn how to pronounce French properly. Okay, so that's what I need you to do in preparation for next Tuesday.